Hello, it's Jonathan here for RoadToVR.com, and I'm here right in the middle of London's West End for VRLO 7. First of all, I'm going to talk to Solomon Rogers, the CEO of Rewind, find out about his latest HoloLens project, the Flight Deck. Solomon, nice to see you again. It's been quite a while since we last spoke at I think VRLO 3, and this is now VRLO 7. Back then, you said we're still at an embryonic stage of virtuality. 2016's gone now. Do you still think we're at an embryonic stage, or have we moved on from that?
No, we are born. We're into the world. I was saying to someone earlier that it's been VR years are like dog years. So we've had 7 years of one. If you our VRLO 3 when we first started, everything was developer kit. There were no consumers out in the world. Everyone was just making their own way. Now, since this Christmas, we have 3 major full-fat kind of real, VR headsets, the Rift, the Vive, PSVR. We have at least 2, 3, maybe 4 mobile VR devices, plus a plethora of other ones, and then a whole kind of infrastructure behind it.
We're there, but we recently reported that there's been a few gloomy reports about 2016, about how it didn't quite live up to expectations.
I think fundamentally when you get down to it, anyone that experiences any type of virtual reality, especially real-time engine virtual reality, are fundamentally changed. We've seen a different medium. This is not film or TV or games. We know that it's something different. The problem is though that we then compare what we've seen to a AAA game that has $100 million spent, or a feature film that's had 200 or 300 million, or there's film in production that's going to go to $1 billion. And then you look at the money put behind the stuff we've seen and it's 10 grand or 20 or even less than that. And so there's been a bit of a damp squib moment. Then we have the backup really of the devices coming out. PSVR was sold out. Rift was sold out. Vive was sold out for a long period of time. So all of the devices couldn't meet demand anyway. The real thing that you and I have noticed, as being in the industry, is that the VCs and the startups and the hype behind it came on full force. It was unbelievable. It's still there, like this massive build. And so many of them are paper thin. So we're finding a little bit of those early kind of investments and startup and small companies that went a little bit too high too early. They've been falling, and so we've noticed that that's kind of the moment where we are at the moment.
Recently, you joined the HoloLens Agency Readiness Program,
Yeah.
and I've just tried the Red Bull Flight Deck, which is, I have to say, incredible. Please describe a little bit about that, and also where you want to take this, because there's some pretty wild, on your website, wild things. You want to take it into the home, you want to integrate it with live TV. Give us a feel of what that is.
So it's a HoloLens project we did alongside Red Bull, and specifically the Air Race, about how do you take the home viewing experience and then add it to live sports. So when you're at home, you get all this additional data, but you also get all this additional HUD data overlaid, tracking the spot behind the football player or seeing the Formula One team. But when you're in the crowd, it's amazing because you're there, but you've lost all of that. In fact, my dad always wears a little earpiece so he can listen into the radio. But with a HoloLens, I give you all of that kind of telemetry stuff laid over like a real HUD. Then you can do all kind of other crazy stuff as well. But so for Flight Deck, we're basically showing the future of what can be done for the Red Bull Air Race. You imagine wearing one of these devices, wearing your lens at a live sporting environment, and seeing not only one plane in the sky, but your main competitors, see how they are, neck and neck to see who wins. But we've been working with live telemetry data for a long time, and we've been looking at how you can drive virtual environments. What we didn't have was the HoloLens. Now we have it in our hands. We're spinning up a whole new specific software pipeline. It may be released to the public over time or released to industry. We're calling it telemetry, so blending holographic and telemetry together.
Thank you, Solomon.
Pleasure.
Cheers. Hi, I'm now here with Shen from HTC, and Shen's here at VRLO 7 showing a couple of different experiences. We've got a gun over there. Is it still there? Here. Why are you here with a gun?
So we're showing off the new accessories that were announced at CES. So this is part of it. So this is using the Vive tracker. We've given 1,000 of these away to developers to work on. This is done by the guys called vArsenal, and this is the VR15. So this is 3D printed. It's used in arcades, so not commercially available, but it has haptics and it feels weighted, almost like a real gun. So it lets you really immerse yourself into some experiences like ROM, which we're showing here, and also the Nest. Additionally, we're showing off 2 other things. So the other accessory we're showing off is the is the Vive Deluxe audio strap, which is this bit with inbuilt headphones. It's a bit more comfortable. It wraps around your head, and it's a rigid head strap. And lastly, we're also here showing TPcast, which is a wireless add-on. This is the prototype. We didn't design this. This has come out from TPcast, who's a Vive X member, which is our accelerator program. And yeah, this is their prototype to demonstrate wireless VR, so people can check it out. It broadcasts over 60 gigahertz through that antenna right there. And then yeah, you get the display signal, everything in here with no noticeable latency added onto it.
So when can people get hold of this worldwide?
So TPcast have announced this for end of Q2, but for more detailed information, I'd ask TPcast themselves.
Brilliant, thank you so much. Hi, I'm now here with Brock from Neuton, and you guys make hardware, and you are showing this amazing glove that I just tried that you're showing on the Vive. Tell us a little bit more about the glove.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, this was a project that we did in cooperation with HTC. So you see HTC Tracker, which they'll be launching pretty soon, and you see our glove. And we're mixing the best of two technologies. The HTC Tracker gives us absolute positioning in space, and we're using our own technology. We're a motion capture company. We're using IMUs, which are basically the same types of sensors that you have on your cell phone, to calculate the movements on the hand. So by doing that, we're able to give you full hand motion, very accurate hand motion in VR. And this is going to be available in the developers kit are going to be available in June, and it's going to be commercialized in September, and it'll be $300 for 2 gloves.
That is insane. $300, which is about 240 pounds, depending on what happens with Brexit, for 2 gloves. How have you managed to do it? What have you cut back on? I mean, what compromises are made?
Not really any. I mean, because we actually have to work a lot more. We make a popular full-body motion capture suit called Perception Neuron, and this is actually using some newer sensors that are constantly recalibrating. Because one of the problems with IMUs is you're very much prone to magnetic interference. Anything from AC to a speaker or anything like this, and these actually constantly recalibrate themselves. So we bypass the whole issue of magnetic interference on this. So we really didn't cut any corners. This is actually the prototype. The final version will be a lot lighter. As you can see, it's like kind of hand stitch. It's going to be very thin. It's going to be mesh fabric, so very light. And it'll come with an SDK for Unreal and for Unity and C++, and really for anybody to start developing.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of developers will be watching this. How do they get started? Is there something they can sign up to get involved?
Yes, we'll have it's High Five VR glove or Neuton VR glove. Both of those websites.com. You can go on there, get some information, and we'll probably do a sign-up sheet pretty soon. We haven't decided when exactly, but as soon as they're commercialized, they'll be readily available. They'll be available both from us and from HTC.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that quick wrap-up of VRLO 7. Hope to see you again on the next one, and don't forget, it's roadtovr.com.